All right, people. Welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for the love and support. On all our content. The last video was doing amazing with the chest and tricep video. A lot of awesome, feedback as far as the quality and the voiceovers and things like that. So we're listening to all you guys' feedback and we're utilizing it going forward and always making these videos better for you. So thank you for that, and please continue to do so. Let us know what's going on, what you like, what you don't like, and just genuine, comments. So we are now 8 weeks out, guys. Wow. It's really real now. Shit's getting serious. 8 weeks out, single digits. So this is like the time where, for me, it's like when I hit single digit weeks out, that's me personally, that's when I kind of go into a different mindset, where it's pretty much do or die, and I crank everything up, and I literally try to make everything so much harder. Whether that's more cardio, more intense cardio, more resistance on a bike or the Stairmaster. When it comes to training, just more sets, more reps, more intensifiers. And I literally like to personally beat myself into the ground. Yes, I know some people consider that overtraining or it's not ideal, but again, everyone's different, guys. Everyone responds differently to different things, and being that I've been doing it for 20 years, I think I know enough about my body to know what I can and can't do. And I know internally when to push and when to pull back. All right, so 8 weeks out, guys, we got a little bit of legs for you. It's gonna be quad dominant. We're gonna start with some adductors, extensions, a little bit of hamstrings, and those are considered my warm-ups. And then we're going to our main compound movements, a little bit of pendulum today. We're gonna do some pressing on the side backs. We're gonna do another unilateral movement on the hip press, and another squat variation. So if you guys stay tuned, drop a like, drop a comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's get working. Every leg days usually started out with adductors because, one, that's an area I'm really trying to focus on building, and I always feel it's best that when you have a weak area or an area you want to focus on, you do it in the beginning of the movement when you have the most energy and the most focus. And two, for me, this just opens up everything, so allowing me to really get into my groove once I get into my heavier compound movements like squats and presses. So I got a little bit of a stiff neck. I don't know, because I was working the night in the gym, putting together the squat rack and everything. And I guess I moved wrong, or I just did too much. And now my neck is all locked up. So if you guys see me kind of do one of these today, you know why. Shit we do, man. Okay, so that's a feeder. So again, how we run programs. Generally, again, guys, it's again in the beginning of the movement, beginning of the session, always gonna warm everything up. So 1 or 2, well, usually 2 warm-ups, 2, sometimes 3 if needed. Feeders just kind of feeling the weight out to what my possible work weight would be, and that's generally 4 to 6 reps. From there, we'll start working again. I like to go to, again, those 1, max 2 all-out heavier sets. Again, being in prep, I still like to keep the volume high. And when I say volume, again, it could be intensifiers added or just more exercises. But generally, I like to, take that set to absolute failure if I can. And rest times are just solely up to you until you feel ready, guys. So, yep, come on. Fuck. Fuck. That was good. Let's move on to a little bit of hamstrings. Generally, again, it's a quad focus day, but I always throw a hamstring movement in there because, 1, it's part of the leg, but 2, for me, it warms everything up again around the knees. This way, once I go into the compound movements, everything is feeling good. So we're gonna go to the flex ham tractor, seated leg curls. That's pretty like I guess my most efficient movement this past year has been to seated leg curls. Kind of in that shorter range. I've been feeling like it definitely improved. And I have to say, utilizing that 1 to 2 times a week has definitely improved the hamstring as far as the drop and a little bit more depth to the hamstring. So definitely something to kind of run, continuously run throughout the rest of this prep. Okay. There's no debate. There's absolutely zero debate that the Flex Ham Tractor is the best seated leg curl ever made. Ever made, period. No debate. There's going to be companies that try to replicate this and try to say theirs is better or it works the same. No. Not even close. And any true old school bodybuilder can tell you that. Like, this is the best leg curl on the market ever made. So these are the GK1s. You guys know if you've been following. These are my shoes. These are my sneaker line that myself and my partner Devlin created it about 2 years ago. These are the sample versions. This is a sample colorway. This color has not been released yet. We call these the Space Jam colorways. There's definitely a concept behind my shoes and, the purpose. But genuinely, it was one of those things that it's always been my dream to have my own shoe, right? My own sneaker. And it only made sense that I'd have a training shoe, being a bodybuilder. Because one, I've been in this game again 20 years and tried every training shoe on the market. And not to throw shade, but they were all just horrible. I mean, just quality, durability, the look. It was just crap. Honestly, I just wasn't happy, but I had to wear them. And I was settling because that's all we had in the market. And I got to the point where I hated settling, and I just don't want to settle anymore. And because, again, I always said I want to one day have my own shoe, my own sneaker. I was blessed enough to meet my partner Devlin, and who's also a creator of his own line, Side Collective. Talked to him, and kind of told him what I was looking to do, and if he was possibly interested in working with me. Because prior to that, man, I reached out to all the big name companies, Nike, Puma, Jordan, Reebok. I reached out to all these companies. Of course, there's no response. But Devlin, again, he's a local guy, and he saw my message, got back to me, and we started talking, chit-chatting, going back and forth. But this is a new market for him, fitness industry, completely new market for him. So he did his due diligence as well, researched what was on the market, same shoes that I had been wearing, and he agreed that they were horrible, and that he knew that, one, this is a market that we can totally tap into, but two, it was just, we needed something better. And that's what we did, guys. And again, this is a 2-year process from start to finish. We created the GK1s officially. They dropped the first official drop, or we released them at the Olympia last year. Devlin was at the Olympia with me. That was his first experience at seeing a show. And of course, we had to take him to the biggest show in the world, the Olympia. We debuted the shoes there. We had them on display so people could touch them, feel them, and actually see what they felt like in their hand. Because one, seeing it online, you really can't get a feel for it, a grasp for it. So we brought them to the Olympia. We put them on display, and people loved them. And a couple months later, in March, we released the first color, which was the Chaos, the purple. 2 months later, we dropped the black cement in May. And then just recently, we released the white cements. But it's truly like the feedback we've been getting for the shoes and how much people love them has been phenomenal. And we have a lot of things in the works as far as different colors, different styles, apparel, the whole 9 yards. So, GK1, guys, it's definitely going to be a brand that's going to be around for a very long time. And I'm truly blessed to, obviously check off that bucket list, something I've always wanted to do. But blessed to also work with Devin Carter, an absolute genius when it comes to marketing, style, finesse, the whole 9 yards, and for giving me an opportunity. So, D, thank you, bro. Feels so smooth today. I love it. I'm gonna try to talk to you guys as much as I possibly can today and kind of talk you through the workout. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm feeling it bad. Fatigue levels just really starting to hit me. I mean, we're 2 months out from the show, so definitely noticing a big drop in energy. Luckily, the strength in the gym is still pretty much there. Because I pretty much base the carbs around training, pre and post. But just comes with it, man. That's it. But again, I expect this, and this is what I need to feel in order for me to know that we're right where we need to be. And it's not going to get any easier from here. It's going to get even worse. And again, that's to be expected. But again, that's just what needs to be done. That's part of the process. All right, so that's, you know, kind of, you know, again, people keep saying, well, you've been doing this so long, shouldn't it be eaten? No. I don't care how long you've been doing something. Like, this is not easy by any means. All right, your body changes year to year to year. The same prep you did last year is going to be different this year. The food you were eating last year may not work this year. And this shit doesn't get any easier. Just because I've been doing this 20 years doesn't mean I should be used to this. Again, we're always changing variables, changing routines, changing this, changing that. And if you're putting your body in a deficit and have to perform through that deficit, come on, man. Like, come on. Do this. Come on. What? Fuck. My legs. Oh. That was good. That was good. Ooh. Alright. That was the 1 hour set that I was looking for. I don't know how many reps I get, honestly, guys. That last set, I just went for it. What is it, 10, 12 maybe? And I tackled on, you know, 2, 3 little bit of partial at the end. And that was it. So generally, again, because it's not a ham day, I don't need to run this anymore. I just want to get some blood in the hamstring. Generally on my hamstring days, I'll run another set. Usually I run another set of these or 2 because today's not the focus to that. Like I said, 1 all-out set is good enough. It was a challenging set, so that's what I wanted. So now let's move on to extensions. Get these knees warmed up. I'm an old man. I get these old man knees warmed up. So extensions for me are just simply warm-ups. And I don't even go super heavy anymore like I used to, honestly. I kind of just want to use them to fatigue and pre-exhaust the quads, the knees, get some blood in the whole entire area. But yeah, I mean, I used to freaking come in here and 200 pounds or plus extensions and really struggling, get them up. But now I just kind of use it more as like, again, a warm-up, just to get blood in that area. So I'll do about generally 2 sets, 3 sets, and then I'll cut it there and start working on my normal compound movements. Today was actually a high day for food for me, meaning just more carbs. But as much as that sounds great, it's actually worse. Because now your body is, you know, before it was an oven burning through everything. Now it's a full steam fucking furnace. Just anything you put in it's just burning. And the more food, the more work it's got to do, the more tired you're going to be. So I enjoy it, but man, when I get too much food or more rice or whatever, my body is just like working overtime and I just get so tired. So pre-training was double today as far as rice goes. Protein stayed the same. Nothing crazy there. And I waited about an hour before I trained. Typically, I mean, I can just kind of go right into like 45 minutes and then go train after I eat, but because there's a little bit higher food, I waited about an hour 15 to let that settle, because God forbid I come in here and try to do some pressing or something and everything comes flying out. So, but yeah, high carb day going down, and hopefully that rice will kick in a little bit soon, because right now I ain't doing shit. Warm up is done. Now we start working. So today on the menu, I already got it mapped out. Could change depending on how I feel. But we're gonna start things off on the side back squat press. Generally, I usually start with a squat movement, whether that be the hack squat, true squat, or the pendulum, or the belt. But today I want to kind of reverse it. And there's a reason for that, because I really want to get really warmed up with the knees before I go into those squatting movements. So that pressing is going to help me do that. Okay. And then also, once I get to my squatting movements, I'm going to change it up a little bit, go a little bit slower pace, and kind of hold that time and attention in the hole, and really just try to annihilate the quads, and try to just get out of there 1-2 sets max. So, let's get started. I need some more weights. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Well, it's funny, people ask, right, in the videos, like, how can you train with no music? Typically, when I do train solo with no video, I do put the music on, just kind of have a little bit of background, I guess, noise to distract me a little bit. But honestly, guys, in the beginning, when I first had the gym built, there was no music in here. I personally was never one to use headphones in the gym. It was just simply the gym's over the speaker distraction background music that played. But honestly, because I'm so locked in, like, I'm locked in, I don't need the music. That's just simply a distraction for me. I'm not singing along with the music, you know. So for me, because I get so locked in, the music does nothing for me. It's not getting me motivated. It's not encouraging me. It's not getting me riled up. None of that. So being able to come in here and train without music like this today on leg day doesn't bother me at all, guys. Because you know why? Because every second of this session, every minute of this session, all I'm thinking about is being on that stage. That's all that matters. That's all I'm thinking about. And I think about when I'm training, how much harder I gotta push to be better than all those other guys on that stage. So yes, coming in here and not having any music really doesn't do shit for me. I don't care. Doesn't make me better, doesn't make me worse. For me, the music is just distraction anyway, on top of the mind process, thought process. So yeah, that's just want to give you that, because some people ask in the comments, like, how do you train like that? Like, doesn't bother me, you know? Like, you guys call me like an anomaly, because again, I grew up in that old school era. I mean, again, 20 years ago, there was no social media. You know, guys weren't in the gym on cameras. There was no tripods. There was nowhere to post your content. It was just us going to the gym, training our asses off, going home, eat, sleep, and come back the next day and do it all over again. And that's what we enjoyed. And again, I learned from those old school guys. The reason why I dress the way I do, and for all those new people following me and always like commenting on my shirts, like, I don't get why you got, first of all, let's just start there. Why do you care about my shirts? Focus on the fucking movement I'm doing. Focus on what I'm telling you. Why are you so fixated on the shirt size? Whatever. But no, again, the guys I grew up with, man, we were all at the gym. These guys were wearing steel-toe boots, sweatpants, sweatshirts, beanie hats, just getting in there and grinding. So the new guy walking in, I'm like, oh, okay, this is how it's got to be. And I started doing that. And it just kind of stuck with me all these years. So I just want to give you guys that input real quick because some people asked about it. But yeah, and for all you guys fixated on my shirts, man, like, get a life. Like, come on now. You worry about my goddamn shirts and why they're so big. Why are your shirts so small? That's all I gotta ask. That's my question. How do you guys walk around with these? I'm not gonna throw any names out there, but like these little ass tank tops and these short shorts. Like, come on. And you're making fun of me. Come on now. Let's just stop that. Sorry for my little rant. Motherfucker! Come on! Oh. That was smooth as butter, but I definitely need to bump the weight up a little bit. Last set here, generally, you know, I change every week. I always change something with the routine, with the movement pattern. So last week was straight sets. This week we're gonna go with probably gonna regret this later, but I'm gonna go with clusters here. So clusters, for those who don't know, it's a really mega intensifier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop in here, do as many as I can. The goal is, again, 10, 12, 15. If I can get 20, let's do it. And then I'm gonna rack it. I'm gonna rest for 20 seconds. And then I'm gonna unrack and go again as many as I can. And once I hit failure, I'm gonna rack it. Still stay in the hole, still stay there, don't move. Count another 20 seconds and do the same damn thing again. So it's 3 rounds. As many reps as you possibly can. You're looking anywhere between, 30 to 40 reps in a matter of under, I guess that's about a minute or so. So that's definitely a mega intensifier, definitely a nice way to fry the quads and a good change of, pace. Do what they won't do. Do what they won't do. You got 8 weeks to get this shit done, bro. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Let's go! Come on! Wait! Motherfucker! Breathe! 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 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Ah! Fuck! Come on! Breathe! Breathe! Oh, shit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Fuck! Come on! Breath! 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 Fuck! Oh! 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 Fuck! Fuck! Oh! 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 Fuck! Oh! Oh! Fuck! Oh! Oh, fuck! They're cramping. Oh. Okay. Okay. That was a cluster. That threw me for a fucking loop. Didn't expect that one. That weight is heavy shit. Wow, that was heavy. But felt good. And next move we're going into, oh god, pendulums. Oh man, this one's gonna suck too. Pendulum squats. And again, I'm gonna change the routine a little bit and really try to get the time and attention. Really try to stay in a hole as much as we can. Oh god. Just give me a minute. My legs are fucked. Come back to me later. Oh my god. Okay, I'm good. I just need a second to die. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Okay. We're gonna go with the pendulum, guys. So we have, I would say, the hardest ever made pendulum, and that is the OG Paramount. This is probably one of the most sought after ones. I've tried every pendulum on the market, everyone. I've tried Paramount, Atlantis, Arsenal, Jim Laco's. They're all great, but for some reason, man, this one just will eat you alive. Just something about the load. Like you can see the peg load here. It's very tiny, right? That's because it doesn't take a lot of weight to kill you. I think the most I've done on this was 3 and 3, 6 plates total, and that's a lot of freaking weight. Most big guys aren't doing that. So, but yeah, we're gonna jump on here right now and then try to see what we can get out of this. Oh, oh. Let me hear it below in the comments what your favorite pendulum is. Again, there's a million of them out there. Again, Paramount, Arsenal, Atlantis, Jim Laco's, Wait, Watson makes one. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. What's your favorite go-to pendulum? We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and feedback on that. So just love to kind of pick your guys' brains. Again, I'm always learning, man. Always trying to try new things. And if there's a piece out there that I've never even heard of, I'd love to find it and give it a shot. You never know, So I'm always a sponge, always willing to try new things. And if I feel like it may benefit me, by all means, I'll go with it. But can't hurt, right? But today I'm not gonna go crazy heavy, just because I went pretty heavy on that Cybex squat press. And today again, I wanna kind of stay in a hole a little bit here, a little bit longer, and really just put that quad in a really good stretch, and then a really good contraction all the way up. Sometimes when you go too heavy, you're just moving weight, right? From A to B, you're not really feeling the muscle. It's just moving. Here, at least, changing it up here, especially as we get close to the show. Like I said, one, I want to get a different feel, put the quad a little bit more stretch position, and then two, I don't want to get injured, man. Again, you're in a fatigue, you're in a deficit. Everything's lower as far as food and energy, and your sleep might be off. So there's no point of coming in here and trying to be He-Man, throwing on 2, 3, 4 plates in here, and one, having shitty form, two, not getting proper reps, and three, the worst of all is tearing a quad or something. Also, I think I talked about this in the last video. It's truly heartbreaking that to see Ole, top 5 212 competitor, not in Olympia this year. He just tore his quad training. And it's sad, man, because one, I consider him a really good friend, and two, I am such a fan of his physique. Like, it's like mine, reminiscent of mine, which is hard and grainy and dense. And I know how long he's been preparing for this show. And he just won a show not too long ago. He won New York Pro, and he looked phenomenal. So going into Olympia, I was like, this guy's gonna be battling with us in the top. And then get the message that he tore his quad, man. It's just like, fuck. And that just puts things in perspective, like, him coming off a show, being in a deficit, anything can happen, guys. Just be smart about it. Again, I said it earlier, I know when to push and when to pull back. And this is one of those times why I'm gonna pull it back. Let's go. Motherfuckers, they ain't doing this. Fucking. Come on! Motherfucker! Come on, get that shit! Time of attention, that stretch position, holding that weight in the load, and the bottom, man, it's different animal, different ball game. You're recruiting so many other fibers. You're shocking that muscle, creating those deeper lines. That separation, that detail. Fuck. Man, I can't wait to get on fucking stage and show this new look. It's gonna fucking... Man, listen. This year, I was actually thinking about this morning. And this year's personal. I said this before, this is personal. And when I say personal, it's not personal in the sense that I'm after anyone. Or I'm chasing someone. You've heard the cliche, I'm only here to beat myself. But it's not cliche for me because it's personal in the sense that what I delivered on that 2023 Olympia stage was shit. That was the worst showing ever for me. I was not happy. And the judges agreed. The feedback I got was, I've been better. And I agree, I've been better. I made a lot of mistakes / prep. Well, I wouldn't say mistakes. I just had a lot of shit on my plate. And I wasn't as focused. I've said this many times. My focus wasn't on the title. My focus was on my family, my businesses, and the Olympia was third. But this year, man, I said, looking back, losing the title is one thing. Losing the title is one thing. But I've been known to always improve and be better every year. And again, what I delivered last year was far from good. And for me, that's not me. I'm pissed. And because of that, I made this shit personal against myself this year. You're never gonna fucking look like that ever again. You're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure this year's package tops that 2020 Olympia and 2022 Olympia victory. I wanna be better than those looks. And I will be better because I've done a lot of different things this year in this prep to make sure I bring my best. I worked on those flaws. I've made those changes. I got the feedback. I listened to the feedback. I utilized the feedback. And now, what you guys will see in 8 weeks, promise you, will be my best. So now we're gonna move into a unilateral movement, hip press. Generally, it's done with 2 legs, but because I've done squat press and the pendulum, bilaterally, I want to go ahead and hit a unilateral movement. Again, I've mentioned this many times, if you feel like you have an area that's bigger than the other, stronger than the other, I highly recommend unilateral movements to kind of balance things out. That's good, feels good. So this is another new piece. Picked it up from Jamaica, the hip press. Phenomenal piece, man. Heavy. Oh my God. First time I tried this, because I'm used to the other hip presses, like the Rogers pendulum, and I can do 10, 12 plates aside. Bro, 4 plates killed me on this. And I realized it's not made the same. It's just the platform and the weight. There's no help whatsoever. So this is definitely a humbling piece, and I'm just glad to, have it, even though, and so it definitely checked my ego at the door. That's what we do, baby. Day in, day out. This is what you call real nitty gritty, people. This is blue collar right here. No frills. Someone said in the comments also about like how hard I train, you know, despite there being a camera in my face. Guys, I said this many times. Mom, I'm sorry. Excuse my language. Fuck this camera. This camera don't mean shit to me. This is the same shit I do when this camera is not around. I'm just so happen to kind of bring you guys into my world and kind of show you how I train, how I prepare for shows, and kind of what it takes to be one of the best. So no, I don't do this. This is real shit. This camera's just here for you guys to catch what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything different, especially for this camera. I just want you guys to see the real nitty-gritty hard work that goes in. I told Will behind the camera, get what you get, dude. Be a fly on the wall. Don't ask me to fucking stop. Don't ask me to do something again, because it ain't gonna fucking happen. Your job is to capture what you capture, and that's it. And be able to provide you guys with this content going into Olympia. So, again, doesn't matter if this camera's here or not, guys. This is what I do day in and day out. Oh! Fuck. All right, this. Sitting in a puddle. I could feel a puddle under my ass. 3 great movements today. Side back squat, Paramount pendulum, Jamaica hip press, and I'm gonna bring it home today. I'm gonna do 2 sets to failure every set. Sissy squats. All right, doesn't seem like much of a movement, but trust me, after all this, sissy squats is something you definitely don't want to do. But again, this is about detail. Getting those legs cross-strided from the fucking knee all the way to the hip. So that's what we're gonna do now. 2 sets there, and then we're gonna wrap up the day. All fucking day. Come on! Quads, 8 weeks out from the 2024 Olympia 212 battle. Not much to say, guys. Like I said, this is day in and day out for me. Whatever it takes to be the best. Again, you know, days are struggling, you know, and fatigue levels are definitely much higher. Food is a lot lower. Cardio is kicking my ass. But this is what it takes to be the best. It's who can withstand that, you know, that pressure of having to be in the deficit and coming here and produce and perform and be better, get better. So I'm enjoying this process, man. I don't care how hard it gets. I literally enjoy this process. So we're gonna continue to bring these guys in for this content. I truly am so happy to see you guys loving this content. My man Will behind the camera. Shout out to Will for being here to document this and creating some epic shit. Yeah, man. I mean, there's not much to say. You know, I have to go ahead now and change clothes because I gotta pose. I've been posing every single day after training, every single morning after cardio. That's, for me personally, is what makes you better. What stands out from the rest? Who can hold those poses the longest with finesse? Because when it comes down to you and another person on that stage, the judges are gonna work you and see who's gonna drop first. Don't be that person. So me coming here and having to do my posing after hitting legs or after hitting a hard session, that's just gonna make me better for the stage. So by the time I get to stage, that's nothing. That's just cakewalk for me. So this is part of the process, man. This is never, people always say, oh, I'm off season. No, you're never off. We're always on. I'm eating clean all year round. I'm training hard all year round. I'm doing cardio all year round. Keep my diet in check all year round. Always on. So thank you guys for all the love and support. Again, the next video will be coming soon. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I see a lot of you guys following and commenting, but none of you subscribe. So before you watch this video, hit that subscribe button first. I have my way, I'll drop a subscribe button right here. Follow the Instagram as well. I put a lot of Instagram content if you guys don't follow my Instagram. For myself as well as the GK Jungle Gym. And we will see you guys for the next one. You guys have a great week.